Hello, I am Nathaniel Smith, and this is my first video doing a book haul. Now, this book haul is vastly different than probably any other book haul you have ever seen because of where I got these books. I honestly wish I could just show you the imagery, because if you cared about print, really love the form and what it is and how long it's been around, then you would probably cry if you knew where I got this stuff. Let me explain. This is an excellent novel, really, of the entire story of Robin Hood. And I got this book when I was riding my bike one day. I was riding it on the sidewalk of a neighborhood, just heading to school at the time, college. And I saw this cardboard box right in the middle of the sidewalk. So like, now I gotta get the bike off the sidewalk and then go around. And, you know, as I was doing this, annoyed, I just happened to look inside that box. And this was in the box. It was left to be thrown away like garbage. I've read this whole book, beginning to end. There's nothing wrong. There's maybe a few smudges, a few small little tears, but it's a fine book. And it was left wasn't... It's got nice pictures in it, too. Like that one, see? Nice picture. It was more than this one. I just gave the others away to, they have these boxes where you give books away. You know, Discovery does something with it. I forget the name of it. But yeah, they pick up books that, you know, if you don't need them, you can drop them off there. And obviously, you all know you can drop off books you don't need at a Goodwill or a Savers. You know, keep reusing them. Most books are still good and nice and fine. Ooh, look at this. They have little arrows on the bottom of that. I don't know if you can see that, but see, there's just little smudges on the page. But other than that, it's perfectly fine and a great novel. Great novel. This is just one of the books I found. And as I said, it was just left in a box to rot outside in the middle of the sidewalk in a box, cardboard box. But it's not just cardboard boxes left out that they're wasted. Sorry. I say a lot, don't I? I apologize. This book, Funny and Farsi, another great book. This is actually a memoir. I believe it's a true story of this one Iranian woman's life growing up, and it is actually very good. I read the whole book. It's quite fun. And this was thrown in a dumpster. As I said, I've read the whole book. The print is fine. It was thrown in a dumpster. But that's not the great part about this. The great part is, the dumpster was in an apartment complex. The apartment complex was literally right by. This is the apartment complex. This is the Goodwill. They were this close together. There was only a little gate in between, and if you walked to the end section, which was where this... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this book was actually in one of the last dumpsters. If you go to that dumpster, there's this little gate, and there's an opening. Walk through it, you're in the Goodwill, you can drop it off there. And they didn't do that. There's also recycled cans, as you all know. And I won't get into much complaints there. At least it's being recycled. But should all content be put even in recycled cans if it's still used. Like, I don't know, Tom Sawyer, for example. Because this was in a recycled can, and I've read the whole book, and I love it. Beginning and end. I think it's a time capsule of a novel, really. And it was left in a recycled can. As I said, still fine. There's only a few tears in it. Another recycled book I got was this dictionary, which I've used actually on occasion. It works out very well. And this you're gonna love this. There's this dumpster, and in the dumpster, I found this giant, hardcore. It's supposed to be diary, but really, I just use it. I write on it. Tell stories on it, fictional ones, mind you, of, I'm trying to write. And it's awesome. It's a great hardback writing. It feels like you're making a novel as you're writing. Instead of most of those cardboard, flimsy notebooks, I get this nice hardcore book. It's great. But someone, idiotically, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I won't be rude. Lazily would be the proper term. Lazily threw this in the dumpster when it was still fine and reusable. And as I've said, I've written on this. I've written this many pages on it. This is where it's blank at. If you can see that. Yeah. And it was thrown away. And up here, now these 3 books were thrown in a dumpster as well. This is a book I've never heard of, but I'm glad to read. It's Harry Turtledove, Homeward Bound. It looks like a pretty cool sci-fi novel. Look at that cover. Look at how gorgeous that cover is. I mean, there's nothing even really wrong with the book. It's perfectly fine. And it's a steampunk novel, apparently with zombies in it. Yeah, I haven't read it yet, but it looks like a lot of fun. This was thrown in the dumpster. And this sci-fi novel also, look at that cover. Look at that. It's beautiful. All 3 of those were thrown in the dumpster. They're all together with a humongous pile of books, maybe, I don't know, 40 or something like that, I guess. If I had to estimate, it might be a little less, like 20 or 30. But it was a large collection of books, mainly thrown in a dumpster. Children's books were in there. I think there was a few psychology college books. And a few other sci-fi novels, a few fantasy ones. Some of that supernatural romance thing. You name the book, I picked it up. From the dumpsters. From leaving them out in cardboard boxes to be dumped. From this one, this is a neat one. Tall Tales, Legends, and Hoaxes. This little book. All these little, Tall Tales, Legends, and Hoaxes. And there's also cons in here that's been pulled off. Internet cons. This was in a cardboard box right in front of this one person's house, really. It was obviously to be trashed. And I didn't keep most of the novels because there's like 3 boxes and it was full of romance stuff, and I don't care for romance novels much, but this one interested me, obviously. It's not romance. But yeah, it was a large collection of books. And there's been many of these types of collections I've picked up and dropped off in Goodwills, and these boxes, I can't forget what company they're from, I forget the name of the company, but these boxes where they collect books to be reused. it's happened in my country, the U.S., in Arizona, where I live. I don't know if it's happening anywhere else. I just want to share this with everyone else. So if anyone cares about this form here, this print, they might want to keep their eyes open around where they live, because it's very likely it's in many of your trash cans and left out to rot in the sun in a box.